Hey everyone, welcome back to Display TV. I am your host, Sarah Pribis. We're coming to you live from New York City, and we got a trivia game coming up in about 13 minutes for $500. So if you're here for that, you are in the right place. And some of you probably also know that we're about to give away a trivia answer. That's probably why I see all these people coming in right now. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to ask you the very real question 8 from tonight's game. You're going to attempt to answer for no money at all. This is just for fun. And then I'm going to reveal the correct answer, and then you'll be one step closer to winning that $500. So let's get lit. Literally, this is a literature question. Let's see how you do. I'm going to ask it, you're going to answer it, and then I am going to reveal. Some of you are probably a little bit more familiar with the movie version, but let's find out. Which of the following story details was changed for the movie version of the 1900 book by L. Frank Baum? The color of the brick road, the color of Dorothy's shoes, the color of the capital city. Isn't this a fun one? You obviously know what we're referring to, right? The Wizard of Oz, maybe? Yeah? I think there's some dead giveaways in there. I don't think I really gave anything. It doesn't really matter. This is a practice question anyway. So which was changed for the movie version? Are some of you like, wait, there was a book? What? There was a book? This was I mean, you know, you never know. Okay, so let's see how everyone is doing. I'm going to tap the right. You knew it. I am always so impressed. All right, well, 61% of you didn't need my help tonight, but that does mean that like 40% of you did. So it makes me feel useful for being here and for doing this. But yeah, looks like 63% of you knew that the color of Dorothy's shoes were changed for the movie. They were changed to the color of my shirt, and originally they were actually silver. They were silver in the book. So if you knew that, a job well done. I guess you didn't need my help, but if you didn't, now you know the answer. The answer is the color of Dorothy's shoes. And that is the very real question 8 in tonight's game. Bravo. All right, starting off strong on a Monday. Well, friends, trivia is starting in 10 minutes. We'll be right back with some of your original content. Hello, hello. I am your host, Sarah Pribis, and may I say a very happy Monday to you all. And the last one in January. Friends, that means we made it. The last first day of the week in the first month of the year. Just saying that sentence is making me ache for a summer Friday. But the good news, the rest of the year, all downhill from here. Let me ask, should we do a resolutions check-in, or is that a bit of a touchy subject? We all got on the horse at the beginning of the month, and sure, some of us have fallen off, but I'm sure some of us are still riding into the sunset, right? Giddy up! Whether you've paused by a crick to let old Bessie get a drink, or she got spooked and ran off without you, you're sticking to something. And that's showing up at another brand new day of display trivia. Showing up, I'll take that as a win. And maybe you'll be one of our lucky winners, but one victory at a time, shall we? Whoa there. I know you want to get started, but we have some rules to go over, I reckon. All right, partner, here they are. You'll have 10 seconds to answer each of the following 10 questions. They get harder as we go, but I know that won't faze you. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically for optimal gameplay. Oh, make sure to choose your answers very carefully, because once you tap, there's no going back. Nope, just like the sands of time itself, we can only march forward. Hi. Hello, everyone. Well, let's do a little would you rather, shall we? Let's get those fingers practiced and warmed up and ready to go for the real thing. Let's keep it going with a nice little poll. Would you rather clap back it up, Backstreet's back, all right? Would you rather? This is for no money. This is for fun. This is to get us nice and loose after a long weekend. I'm going to go Backstreet's back. All right. You know, I love any excuse to sing, and I love any excuse for the Backstreet Boys. Who's with me? Nope. Most of you aren't. We've got 47% of you going clap back. I don't know. I'm not feeling so feisty on a Monday. I'm more like, okay, I'll let you wear yourself out, and I'm going to sit over here and listen to the Backstreet Boys. So that was fun. Is everyone saddled up? Okay, it's time for display trivia. Which of the following is not a sport in the Winter Olympics? Bobsledding, alpine skiing, beach volleyball. Question 1. Which of the following is not a sport in the Winter Olympics? Bobsledding, alpine skiing, beach volleyball. Which of these is not a Winter Olympic sport? But more importantly, who is not being a good sport? That's right. I believe even at the Olympic level, especially at the Olympic level, it is important to display good sportsmanship. Look, I know you lost, but you need to shake hands and say, good game, good game. Hey, bud, nice curling out there. I thought you could only do that with hair. Didn't realize it was also a nice thing. Part of good sportsmanship is not telling the curlers that they are not, in fact, doing a sport. They are playing a drinking game and doing a very bad job at cleaning up. Guys, if you want to be useful, go sweep up in the locker rooms. The Winter Olympics are almost upon us, and I don't think we're going to see beach volleyball in the lineup for at least a few more years. 91% of you are living on to the next question, though. Love that. Question 2. As of 2021, this rapper changed his name to Ye. 50 Cent, Kanye West, Drake. As of 2021, this rapper changed his name to Ye. 50 Cent, Kanye West, Drake. A lot of you might not know what I'm about to share, but in 2018, I actually also changed my name. It didn't get nearly the same amount of coverage in the press as this person, but it was very controversial at my job, which, what do you know, is the reason I changed it in the first place. That's right. I didn't want people at work knowing my name, because if they didn't know my name, they could not ask me to do anything. Hey, Sarah, can you file these reports? Not my name, Pam. I don't feel comfortable doing things for coworkers who don't even bother to learn the bare minimum about me. This didn't go on for very long because it made everyone very mad. Although the cool thing was they couldn't fire me because they didn't have my new name to put in the paperwork. The new name, by the way, Meredith Hangler, Esquire. And I don't know, I thought it had a good ring. But if Kanye West rings the bell, that would be correct because he is the rapper who shortened his name to just Ye. I shudder to think where we'll be if he shortens it anymore. 94% of you got it. Question 3. Someone suffering from acne vulgaris probably has what? An upset stomach, a sore throat, a pimple. Someone suffering from acne vulgaris probably has what? An upset stomach, a sore throat, a pimple. There's one item here I'd really like to address, and it has to do with the upset stomach, which sounds like a digestive issue when actually it is a mental health issue. That's right, because we're always labeling our stomachs as upset, but when are we ever giving them a chance to tell us why they are upset? Also, why are you only checking in with your stomach when it's upset? Huh? Like maybe check in with your stomach when it's happy? Like you only ever reach out when something's wrong. What about when something is right? Check in on your stomachs, people. They've got feelings too. Gut feelings. Acne vulgaris has nothing to do with the stomach, though, as far as we know, and is just the more formal word for that thing on your forehead ruining your day. It's a pimple. Don't pick at it. 92% of you picked the right answer. Question 4. Which designer's piece was featured on the first Vogue cover by the current editor-in-chief? Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Christian Lacroix. Which designer's piece was featured on the first Vogue cover by the current editor-in-chief? Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Christian Lacroix. So the story behind this cover is kind of interesting, which is to say it's something that happens to normal people all the time. The people on the covers of magazines, not normal people, models. And this model was supposed to wear a dress for her cover shoot, but she put on a little weight. And when she got to the shoot, it didn't fit anymore. Can you imagine? Yeah, I can. This is a normal Monday morning for me. This is after a moderate-sized meal for me. This is Operation Unbutton the slacks in the back of the Uber and keep my purse in my lap so no one can see my tummy poking out. But luckily, there was a nearby pair of Guess jeans and jewel-encrusted sweater for this model to throw on. The editor-in-chief was Miss Anna Wintour, and the sweater was by Christian Lacroix. Ooh, that was pretty savage. Ooh, 54% of you got that one. You should feel really proud of yourself. Okay, question 5. This tech product released in 2007 was only given to 4 journalists to review prior to release to the public. iPhone, PlayStation 3, Kindle. This tech product released in 2007, was only given to 4 journalists to review prior to release to the public. iPhone, PlayStation 3, Kindle. So either they really thought this product was great and wanted to keep the release really exclusive and didn't want anything to leak, or, and this is something we don't talk about ever, they were not proud of the work they had done and they knew it was real bad. So bad that they were like, yeah, we probably shouldn't show this to that many people. Kind of like when I sent my 700-page sci-fi fantasy manuscript to my closest friends for feedback. Look, I know the storyline between the alien princess Garglurkle and her lover from another dimension isn't fully fleshed out yet, but that's why I'm asking for honest feedback. I mean, I know it's long, but once you get into it, it's a real page turner, especially when you find out why Kirklegloss can't be in the same room as his dragon mother. Spoiler alert, they're in love. Anyway, DM me later if you would like a copy. The product in question was the first ever iPhone, and its release was so shrouded in mystery that it was only handed over to 4 tech journalists. 82% of you got that. Halfway there, question 6. Where is the star of the viral 2018 video featuring a Walmart yodeler currently working? Subway, Target, Best Buy. Where is the star of the viral 2018 video featuring a Walmart yodeler currently working? Subway, Target, Best Buy. It doesn't matter where you work, but how you work. And similarly, how you do one thing is how you do everything. For me, it's with big rubber gloves on. What? It's how I do everything. Like catch up on emails, big rubber gloves. Take a yoga class, big yellow gloves. Yeah, sure, I keep them on all the time in case I need to do the dishes or illegally clean up a crime scene I created. But the point is, I'm always prepared. Consistency is key. But I'm sure Mason Ramsey knows this. I mean, have you heard his yodeling? That takes dedication. You don't just wake up with that ability. Or maybe you were struck by lightning in the middle of the night, and you do, but like that's highly unlikely. The point is, today, Mason puts on his sandwich artist sanitary gloves just like anybody else, one at a time. He recently made a video giving us a little update, and I'm happy to report he's on the payroll at Subway, friends. 79% of you knew that. Color me impressed. Question 7. The job that comes from the Greek for narrow writing uses a specialized keyboard with how many keys? 22 keys, 78 keys, 104 keys. The job that comes from the Greek for narrow writing uses a specialized keyboard with how many keys? 22 keys, 78 keys, 104 keys. I've never been accused of narrow writing, but I have been accused of being narrow-minded. And big deal. So what? I'm closed off to the world. It's only because I wasn't allowed outside until I was 8. And honestly, I still have unanswered questions, like how do they get the building so tall? And where did all those mice get long, sharp, pointed noses and learn how to swim through the air like that? Also, one thing that's really been on my mind, who let the dogs out? Who? Those dogs were all we had, damn it. They were our only source of meat. Anyway, I'm glad I finally made it outside because wow, that burning ball of fire up there sure is pretty. The job whose name comes from narrow writing is a stenographer or someone who performs shorthand. They can type over 300 words a minute because they use a special typing machine called a stenotype that only has 22 letters, 22 keys, and 81% of you got that. Awesome. Question 8. Which of the following story details was changed for the movie version of the 1900 book by L. Frank Baum? The color of the brick road, the color of Dorothy's shoes, the color of the capital city. Which of the following story details was changed for the movie version of the 1900 book by L. Frank Baum? The color of the brick road, the color of Dorothy's shoes, the color of the capital city. That's right. Someone took a lot of artistic liberties when they made this movie, and can I be honest, I am not sure I agree with them. I mean, really? Like starting the movie out with no color? Who's gonna watch a movie with no colors? And then, while we're still waiting for any sort of life on the screen, the main girl wearing the picnic blanket starts, get this, singing. I'm sorry, is this a concert or a movie? Shouldn't we have decided before we got 5 minutes in? But by then, I'm already invested. I wanna know what's going on here. And this is my problem, that as a viewer, I have to finish everything I start watching. It is a problem for which I am seeking medical attention. Do you know I have seen every single MyPillow commercial from start to finish? Darn this YouTube ad. The point is, they finally get color in The Wizard of Oz, and by then it's just a full-blown fiasco. Like, not only do they sing, but they dance too. Oh boy, they dance. In the original picture book by L. Frank Baum, Dorothy's shoes are silver, but to make them show up a little bit more vibrantly on that famous yellow brick road, the movie makers decided they should be ruby. 89% of you got that. Maybe it's because you tuned into the pre-show and got my answer. Nevertheless, here's question 9. Select the musician incorrectly matched the brand for which they recorded a jingle. Justin Timberlake, Burger King, the Rolling Stones, Rice Krispies, Mary J. Blige, Pepsi. Select the musician incorrectly matched the brand for which they recorded a jingle. Justin Timberlake, Burger King, the Rolling Stones, Rice Krispies, Mary J. Blige, Pepsi. Of course, honorable mention for best pop group to have written and performed a jingle goes to NSYNC for Chili's Baby Back Ribs. I've had that song stuck in my head since 2002. And if anyone has any good ideas on how to get it out, please contact me. There have been many sleepless nights, many. And the craziest thing about all this, I still haven't found the time to try those gosh darn ribs. Does anyone know if they're any good? Well, geez, now I'm hungry for some barbecue. Let's wrap this up because there is some pulled pork somewhere with my name on it. The Rolling Stones did do a jingle in the 60s for Rice Krispies. Mary J. did one in the 90s for Pepsi, but Justin Timberlake never did one for the BK. He did it for their competitor, McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. I'm loving that 78% of you got that, and I'm loving that it's time for the final question. Question 10. Which of the following is not a name for a Japanese river spirit with the shell of a tortoise? Komahiki, Hyosube, Kawatora. Which of the following is not a name for a Japanese river spirit with the shell of a tortoise? Komahiki, Hyosube, Kawatora. Choosing the right name is quite the daunting task. My friends who were coming up with a name decided to go with her grandmother's name, which, I thought was nice, a nice way to honor grandma. But if the ball was in my court and I had a newborn Japanese river spirit, I don't know, I'd probably go with something simple like Michael or Tara, or maybe something like more gender neutral, like Taylor. Heck, maybe just let the Japanese river spirit decide who they want to be, instead of imposing a name on them. Whatever you decide to name your Japanese river spirit, remember, you will mess up the Japanese river spirit just as much as your parents messed you up. Just show up with love and you'll be fine. What, you thought I was talking about babies? No way, Jose. A kappa, aka Japanese river spirit, would be way cooler. And the names Komahiki and Kawatora can also be used to describe these creatures. But Hyosube, now that is a hairy little water demon that likes to live in people's bathtubs. Yeah, if you've still got to wash up tonight, don't think too long and hard about that one. But if you won some money, 76% of you got that last one right, do go enjoy your victory. Woohoo! On a Monday, baby. You came, you played, you displayed your knowledge, and you got paid, and you deserve to have some fun, right? Yeah, do it. Celebrate that win. Also, shout yourselves out in the chat so I know who you are and I can celebrate with you. Hey, everyone. Who started out Monday? Who started out this week with a win? Shireen, 10 out of 10. Facts Guru, I don't know if a wow means good or bad, but I love a wow. RJ, we got 3. Rendizzle got a 6. Most Arrow got a 9 out of 10. Marcus Coleman, 5 out of 10. Listen, that was a hard quiz. We got some people out early on question 4. Tassir Khan got a 2. Be Displayed, 1. Chico, 99FP got a 9. So close. Oh, Capper7 says, now the Yodel Boy owes me a sandwich. That was a hard one too, right? Oh, these are some hard questions. Oh, thank you, China. Thank you, all of you. Y'all too kind to me. Jenny says, brain still thawing out, LOL. Oh, Boop Your Nose bit the dust on the Yodel question. By the way, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole looking into his old Yodel video last night. That was pretty fun. So if you want something to do after this, go try that. Rialtus is rounding up to 10. I'm glad it was interesting. I love trivia. I always learn so much. Don't forget, friends, I give away the answer to question 8 in the pre-show at 7:30, and then it's all you for live trivia at 8. I'll see you tomorrow on display.